Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Zafarullah Sahib. Once we got stuck in Nepal, in Kathmandu with Zafarullah and Jami Chandio, there was a conference on federalism which was arranged by the Honorable Zafarullah Khan Sahib. Chief guest Senator Waleed, Excellency the Deputy Head of the Mission, Brigadier Lam and Huma Bakai, and my very honorable colleagues, participants, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Very warm welcome to Lahore. Enjoy the hospitality of Lahore. I can see many people coming from far-flung places like Karachi, Quetta, KPK, and obviously from Punjab. I'd like to thank the FNF for organizing this annual alumni reunion that we always do every year, and it gives us a chance to remember all our friends and the activities that we have been doing. This morning on the inaugural session, we had cut the cake of 70 years of friendship between Pakistan and Germany. And we are very proud of this friendship, and may this friendship exceeds and has a long life. Germany obviously is a great place, a very unique member of the EU, and has a great place in the Committee of Nations, and the history, progress, the infrastructure of Germany is amazing. My last trip to Germany was to Gummersbach, and it was an amazing experience. We were about 17 people from different countries. It was a discussion on how to run a political campaign while being in the opposition. The kind of views that we exchanged and the training that we got was very fine, and it was a great experience that I used when I came back while setting up our political campaign. I'm the Secretary Information of my party, Punjab. I'm also a member of the Central Working Committee, PMLL, and so we designed our strategies and policies on the things that I learned from Gummersbach. Great hospitality by FNF. Before going to Gummersbach, I went to Germany 2 times. Let me take you back a little down to 1995 onwards. I got elected in 1990 as a member. I was very young then, back in 1990. Again elected in 93, again in 97. I got elected many times. I always wanted to do something which can add on to the value, something unique that we need to do. I needed a jumping, pad, some platform where I could get my own vision implemented and to get connected to the right people, to the right agencies, to the right platforms where I could get my dreams kind of come true. Well, you are a member of Provincial Assembly, and the Assembly and the state does not give you any office, no staff, no research material. You got to work on your own. Maybe it's getting better and better again. In 97, I was the chairman of a task force. My job was to bust the ghost schools which were established in Punjab. Fake teachers and doubtful teachers. It was a big, huge survey which was done by the Pakistan Army. And they went to each and every school of Punjab. 63,000 schools we had in those times. And so I did the cleansing of the department. And I came to know what is the menace of how the corruption takes place and how badly the standard of education was going down. Cheating, booty mafia was, growing day by day. The value of a metric certificate, an intermediate certificate, a BA degree, there were very phony degrees were being sold, things like that. There was a time when I I met, Frederick Norman Stiftone. It used to be FNS, and Arno Keller was there. So we had a discussion, and the TEFTA is an authority in Punjab which got established in 1997 that would look into the technical vocational education in Punjab. It was a model which was brought in from Philippines, DESDA, and was launched got legislated, enacted in the provincial assembly, and then became a authority. So the technical vocational training and education is still very low in Punjab and Pakistan. Mostly the majority of the students would go to the general education, and only about 0.5% students would go to the technical stream. And there wasn't any fashion of going to the technical vocational schools and institutes, and people would go for FA, BA, FSC and stuff like that. So we had a discussion in FNS, and I wanted some breakthrough that, we still believe that Germany is way ahead in the technical and vocational sector, and they had started their programs in a big way. But I was amazed to see a very, very comprehensive plan in Germany, the dual education system of Germany, which I studied. I went to those institutes. It was a great partnership between the universities and the industry, and that industry would fund all those students by giving them 500 euros as a stipend to get educated in the technical institutes of Germany. So this was a tripartite arrangement between the university, the industry, and the Chamber of Commerce. This triangle was very famous and common in Germany, and it was showing wonderful results. So we learnt a lot. I went to the Volkswagen, to the BMW factory, to the Mercedes. I went to the Chamber of Commerce in Berlin, and we met many important people. And I studied that model and brought it back to Pakistan. And then we were supposed to get in touch with the German embassy. German embassy has a technical scientific cooperation, some council that they had, and the money had to then come and to get distributed in Punjab. So this was a major breakthrough, because we were giving only about 20-25 disciplines that we would only give to our students. And mostly our skilled labor, they would learn by doing, not to learn by learning. And so we established TEFTA, strengthened TEFTA. TEFTA started these disciplines and programs in a big way. Money was given to the sector in technical education sector, and then slowly, gradually, the programs, they actually got started. So it was a big challenge. In 2002, when I was elected as a minister of Punjab, one of the biggest challenges that I faced was the low enrollment and a very high dropout rate in the world. Punjab had the biggest dropout. Out of 9 million students, 4 million would be dropped out, and they would never come back to the school. And obviously, we didn't have any infrastructure. Out of 63,000 schools, 40,000 had no boundary walls, no chairs, no desks, no toilet, no fans, no bijli. So it was one hell of a challenge that we had to face. So we pumped in money. World Bank became my partner. We started this reform program, Padha Likha Punjab, free education for every child of Punjab, 200 rupees stipend, free books for everybody. So that gave me a lot of leverage and chance to set up my reform program. And one of my agenda was to keep looking after the technical education in Pakistan. So this breakthrough was primarily because of my being associated with Frederick Norman Stiftung, FNF, and it gave me a lot of chance to get into their sector and meet a lot of important people. So when you're heading a department, you need to have a vision, something that you can work upon, something that you want to do. And since education is one of the most important sector in Pakistan, which we need to really look into it. So we opened up the private sector. We gave charters to the universities, and now those universities have grown, strengthened themselves, and it has become a huge network of universities now operative in Pakistan. Pakistan has about 210 universities. Half of them are private. Exactly about 82 universities are private in 4 provinces of Pakistan, and rest of them are the government Sarkari universities which are in operation. Now these days we have a single national curricula. That's a very hot debate which has taken place in Pakistan. This could be one of the areas and issues that we can have a discussion in the coming year to set up our goals of the FNF. So I would like to, in the end, I would like to thank Frederick Norman Foundation. I mean, you meet a lot of brains sitting here. All these alumni, they are authorities in their own areas. And when you come across people, you learn a lot. And then you can connect yourselves to all kinds of people, sectors who are sitting here. And so I have a great regard for all our alumni. We need to bring in change in our society. We need to do something different which enables a common man in terms of freedom of speech, freedom of ideas, freedom of movement. We also work in the women empowerment in sectors for the environment and also heritage and culture. So it is so much to do. So thank you, Zafrullah Sahib, for inviting me here. Thank you, Madam Nan. These are all alumni which are ready to even help in future and shape up our goals, what we're trying to achieve. Thank you so much.